former FBI agent and Fox News contributor Nicole Parker. Nicole, thank you for waking up for us on this New Year's Day. You are seeing the news unfold, and we are trying to parse and make sense of the unbelievably conflicting messages coming from the mayor, calling it a terror attack, and then the now FBI Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Aletha Duncan, immediately saying it was not.
You know, Griff, first of all, thank you for having me join. What a horrible tragedy. I mean, I literally were waking up with hope for 2025. I was literally out running, and I got a text message from Fox asking if I could join. And here we are, again, discussing another tragedy in our country. I agree with you. That press conference was not good. You cannot send a conflicting message out to the American people and give them reassurance that everything's okay. That was very confusing, and you're exactly right. You have someone from the police department coming out and saying it's terrorism, and then you have FBI coming out and saying it is not terrorism, but there are IEDs involved. My gut instinct, this is terrorism. The FBI is taking over this for a reason. There will be a lot of information that will come out. I do know individuals that are on the ground there right now. This is very serious. This is the real deal. They're going to do a very full and thorough investigation. At this point, that's all I can tell you, Griff, is that this is the real deal. You will get more information coming soon. Likely involves... I think that there's definitely some foreign terrorist organization groups involved backing this. As you mentioned, that there's been other things that have occurred in other countries recently, similar in nature. There are people that hate America. They hate our freedoms. They hate what we stand for. This is a time when people are celebrating New Year's. This is 2025. People have hope. And like you said, big bowl game going on. People are coming together, and this person was hell-bent on causing absolute destruction and chaos. The fact that the FBI said it is not terrorism, again, I am not the spokesperson for the FBI. I am a former FBI agent. I would strongly disagree with that statement, and I do believe that it is terrorism. The fact that the FBI is taking over, that is a very strong indication. And based on information that I have, this is the real deal, and it is very serious.
Hi, Nicole. Thanks so much for being with us. This is Nicole. Question for you. Chief Kirkpatrick said that they spoke to the White House and that the FBI is going to be taking over the investigation. And then, Special Agent Duncan then came out and said this is not a terrorism event. I feel like she was alluding to maybe at this time, what would it take for them to declare this a terrorist event? Maybe they're waiting for more information or confirmation of something. But what is it that they would be looking for to actually give it that classification?
Right. So there have been instances that I've, responded to, and initially it could go either way, right? It could go with the locals, it could go with the feds. But anytime that there's mention or indication or sign of something like ISIS, that's going to go to FBI. Okay. So anything that is declared or appears to be terrorist related, whether it is or it is not in the end, if there are any indications that it could be, that's going to automatically go to FBI. The fact that it is going to FBI, that is a strong indication of what is going on right now. Again, I have sources that this is a terrorist event.
Nicole, so if you've said some things and you hadn't said them together. You know people there, you have sources. You strongly believe this is a terrorist attack. You even went so far as to say, potentially foreign actors involved, maybe similar to incidents that have happened. So if we take that at face value, if we take this idea that 2 out of 3 people essentially called it a terrorist attack, then we deduce that perhaps the Assistant Special Agent in Charge misspoke. If that were the case, is there any honest at the FBI to come back to the microphone and clear that up quickly, or wait till the next press conference? I mean, they have to know that, Fox is sitting here talking about this. The other networks are probably talking about this. Everyone's confused. Where, isn't there some sort of, is there someone in charge who would say, hey, let's go back to the microphone and clear this up real quick?
I absolutely agree with your statement. I left the FBI for a reason. Unfortunately, I can't explain what they did. I no longer work there, but I can just tell you that, they're probably being very careful to make certain statements publicly because they want to make sure that they have all their ducks in a row. And I respect that, right? But when you have people from different law enforcement agencies giving conflicting information, that's never a good thing for the American people. They deserve transparency. They deserve to understand what's going on in their communities. And I'll just leave it at that. I would hope that the FBI would clarify things as quickly as they possibly can, because there does seem to be some confusion, and that's never a good thing. But like Alexis mentioned, your reporter, when things initially break out, there always is chaos.
Yeah.
I worked on violent crime at the FBI, and when something breaks, it's always go, 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 and tons of information's coming in, and everyone's just trying to get all hands on deck and get things organized. Maybe that's what that was. But I just would like you to know, and for viewers to know, that sadly and tragically, this does appear that this wasn't just, like one of the officers mentioned, this is not just someone who was drunk and drove their car into a crowd. This does appear to be quite intentional, probably very well planned out, probably didn't just come up with this idea today, probably planned this out several days in advance, maybe more.
Yeah.
This is a hot spot. This is where people celebrate. And we know that those that commit terrorist acts, their goal is to create total chaos, havoc, fear, death, and destruction. And there are people that want to see us be hurt.
Well, and you mentioned a hot spot, Nicole. Look, this is very much still ongoing. New Orleans Emergency Preparedness Homeland Security Office tweeting out at their NOLA Ready X account handle saying, because this is an active scene, we're urging residents to stay off Bourbon and to Canal, in Dumaine to Royal to Dauphine. So it appears that they are concerned about what may still exist. And walk us through maybe some of their concerns as people are starting to wake up in New Orleans. What might be further concerns that they're being so careful about?
Right. So the ASAC Alethea Duncan, she mentioned IEDs. That's obviously a very serious concern, right? They need to do this is a very active investigation right now. That in and of itself, you need to stay out of the area, because they've got to have all the space they need. This is a crime scene, and they need everyone to stay away. And the fact that there could be other IEDs, if that was when, mentioned that they said that there were IEDs involved, they need to do major sweeps of the area. But again, active crime scene in and of itself, without IEDs, stay away from the area. And I know that's not reassuring to tourists. This is the hottest spot in New Orleans. But you know what? Your safety is first. I guarantee you they're going to be evacuating the areas in that surrounding immediate area. There's going to be a lot that they're going to have to do, but I truly believe this is an act of terrorism and needs to be treated as such. And this is an all hands on deck matter. And it's very tragic that this is how we're starting off 2025 in America.
It is. It's tragic. 10 dead, 30 in the hospital. 2 officers have been shot. Nicole, one thing that they said 8 blocks. They don't want anybody coming. They mentioned that there's possible explosive device. We have the Sugar Bowl there later on today. What do you think the FBI is going to do in preparation of that? Should people be concerned?
Right. Well, I can tell you that the FBI has been preparing for the Sugar Bowl. That's not something, again, that the FBI starts preparation for. Again, I was an FBI agent here in Miami. We have the Orange Bowl. We have big events here in Miami. We have the Super Bowl. Those are things that, as the FBI, they prep for these events well in advance. And they're prepping with the local counterparts, local, state, and federal. They're all getting hands on deck. But when an incident like this happens, Nicole, this is actually the type of thing that they try to mitigate the threat that this could occur. Yeah. Sadly, the tragedy has already occurred. And so I'm not saying that they couldn't, continue to wreak havoc on other venues, but I would hope and pray that the worst is behind New Orleans. This is absolutely horrific and tragic. But yes, you're right. The FBI works with their local, state, and federal counterparts for large events, especially like a bowl game. There's a lot of preparation that goes into it. But sadly, this event already occurred. And one thing that I noted from one of the police chiefs that spoke was that this person went around the barricades, because we're in a society now where they set up barricades on streets, everything that they can do to mitigate risk. This person went around that. This was a very planned out, well orchestrated event, and it's very awful. And I just, it's just stunning to me that here we are, New Year's Day, but it's not actually that stunning because in the FBI and in law enforcement, we all know that the large events, they target large events. Because there are a lot of people and they want to hurt as many people as possible. So again, it's not totally shocking, but that's where we're at.
Yeah, and it really does highlight the fact that with all of our efforts and all the things that are thwarted every day, that we're still vulnerable in a free society, and there's still opportunity for people to hurt us and harm us. And Nicole Parker, former FBI agent, thank you so much for joining us and giving us your expertise.